What's up, guys? It's Contrast here, back at it again with another video, and today we're reviewing
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes.
Arcade 1-Up for it. Actually, that was really well timed. I didn't even try to plan that. Yeah, so here's a look at my cabinet real quick. This is the second Arcade 1-Up I own, the first one being the first Marvel vs. Capcom. As you can see, this is the stool from the first one. Right now, the first one's in my closet because I didn't have any space for it, but this one took its place right in the corner of my bedroom. Yeah, so let's just get into it. So far, I have really positive thoughts about the cabinet. Marvel 2 runs great on here. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything. I've played it a ton on Fightcade. Actually, I don't know if a ton's the word, but I've put some hours in, of course, and I got a pretty good feeling for it. And yeah, I can say that it feels very similar to what is on Fightcade. I haven't noticed any slowdown or anything like that. They got the emulation pretty good on it. The controls feel good. I actually like these joysticks like a ton, like way more than the first generation of, well, clearly more than the first generation of Arcade 1-Ups that were like Street Fighter and whatnot. I got to feel those when I was at like Walmart, but no, my Marvel vs. Capcom normal like Arcade 1-Up, the like stock arcade joysticks didn't feel the best, so I switched them out with sandwalls, and I actually like these better than the sandwalls, so I don't think I'm gonna upgrade the joysticks in this. They come with an 8-way octagonal gate as well, instead of the 4-way square, which is really nice. I prefer it personally. That's what I have in my fight sticks and stuff. I'm probably gonna change the buttons out to sandwalls. These feel about the exact same as the old generation Arcade 1-Up buttons, but they're not bad for sure. They get the job done. But yeah, so far the marquee looks absolutely great. So much better than those my first Marvel vs. Capcom marquee for sure. It looks so much more like authentic in a weird way. The cabinet's a little bit higher, which I actually like a lot, and the speakers sound so much better than the first Arcade 1-Up I had, the Marvel vs. Capcom one. I would say like its max level on the old one was probably about like 9 or 10 on this. So if it's 15 was like 9 or 10 on this. These guys are way more bassy. The speakers are just way better. I really like the addition of this live button, so I don't have to hold down the player 1. It's really nice. And the coin door looks way more clean than something like the letters. No, like the titles of the games on it. I just prefer this way more. And let's do a real quick sound test. So let's turn this guy up to like 9. You'll hear what I'm talking about. I don't think the phone will do it justice, but it sounds really good. You know, the screen's great, sounds great, everything's absolutely wonderful about it. Let's turn this back down. Yeah, no, but some complaints I have about the cabinet, one is that the online on Marvel 2 isn't really working yet, which honestly, it's not really even a complaint on my part. I'd rather them take their time and figure it out instead of putting out like a faulty online for it, so I'm glad they're taking their time. One thing I do have a complaint about is that the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 multiplayer, like cross-generation play, it doesn't really work. What I mean by that is that there's a different version of Marvel 1 on this cabinet than there is the first Marvel vs. Capcom, which is causing a lot of desync issues. Now, all the other games are fine, but the ROM that they put in for Marvel vs. Capcom 1 on this guy doesn't have the winners don't use drugs symbol, and as like Kongs or Us, I believe is the name of the YouTuber, was saying that's a big problem, because that would mean they're two different versions of the game. And so they're not syncing up right, and then it's leading to faulty multiplayer. That, and then sometimes when I'm playing Marvel 2, it's happened 3 times, I think. I don't know if one of them might have been on Children of the Atom. I'm actually not sure. It was probably Marvel 2 still, but the audio just kind of goes down a notch for some random reason. Like, no one's pressing it. It just kind of happens. I don't know. I know this isn't like specific to mine, because I believe her name's Sheelan Gaming. During one of her reviews I was watching, she has the exact same issue, which she said she never experienced before. So it's not like a common thing that happens, but it does happen. I've played this probably for about 2 hours already total, and I got mine yesterday night. Well, yesterday I built it last night with a friend, and then I played it pretty extensively. I pre-ordered mine from Best Buy, so but yeah, it's really solid overall. Cabinet's really dope. Another complaint I have, which I don't even use these back panels because I like to have access to like the Ethernet port and all that. My back panel actually came cracked, which I'm sure isn't Arcade 1-Up's fault. I think it's just the shipping, UPS and stuff, which the warranty should cover that, so I'm probably going to replace it even though I don't use it. As you can see, my Marvel 1 panel is right behind there. I never had it on, but probably still going to replace it just to have. But yeah, the screen looks so good on this, guys. Scan lines, I have the scan lines off right now, but I like the scan lines a lot. It makes the games look better in my opinion, more authentic to the arcade. So I'm gonna use those all the time when I'm playing. The controls are great, headphone jack, the audio is still absolutely wonderful. Yeah, the only thing I miss is like the light up deck protector, but then again, it's really not that important. It just looks so sleek and clean, honestly. Like the side art looks absolutely wonderful. The riser's great. Yeah, can't complain. Here, I'll cut to my first arcade 1-Up just to show you the difference between the two. So this one's not on or anything, but as you can see, the marquee isn't like sticking out. They're like rounded edges. I will say I can't really like get the side art, but the side art's a lot better on this guy in my opinion. It's different on both sides. Has these like all the moves list, which is really, it's a nice touch. But for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, there's 56 characters, so you really can't do that for the headline title. Otherwise, it'd be like covering up the entire thing, and even then, you might not have enough space. So this one's really nice. Yeah, I replaced the buttons on this side, and I gave it ball tops, and these are the Samurai joysticks. So Samurais are fine. They feel great. There's clicking ones. I didn't actually like these ones because I had them on this side, and I switched these back, but I didn't switch these ones back. Yeah, these are the normal arcade 1-Up buttons. Yeah, they feel good. The old joysticks sucked. Those ones on the arcade 1-Up, the Marvel 2, are way better. I like the coin door instead, like the, what do you call it, the title art. Riser's dope. But yeah, overall, and this is, when you turn it on, it's way more washed out. I wish I could kind of show you, but I don't have it plugged in or anything. I might be able to pull up a picture or something when it was, but yeah. Overall, it's good. Yeah, but this guy's, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy, because I kind of want to keep him because it's like a collector's item, but like I'm never gonna use it. All right, and real quick, I'll go ahead and show you like the menus. So you just press the slide button. Says, do you want to leave? Brings you to the awesome soundtrack for the game that, you know, everyone knows the menu, the character select song. It's great. Wanna take a photo of that? Good vibe. So you have Marvel 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, and X-Men Children of the Atom. All great games. My favorite one on here is Marvel 1 as of right now. This was the game I grew up playing, so like this is my main arcade experience. This is the reason I bought the first one in the first place and got so far into this. So just want to launch it, but yeah, no, I'm excited for Marvel 2 though. It's a fun game. It could very much become my favorite. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think it will be. This guy's awesome. But yeah, I'll show you some gameplay now. Real quick, I just want to talk about a little bit more things, like with the cabinet. So right here, it's gonna show you Marvel 2 loading up. Doesn't take too long. It is a little bit longer than all the other games like I've ever had on Arcade 1-Up, but it is a big game. That was a little bit faster since it was the last ROM played. It loads faster when you had played it, just exit out, and then you launch it up again, which I'm guessing is because it's like the next ROM. But yeah, no. So real quick, I did want to talk about some of the issues I learned about after recording all this stuff. So that audio like trouble where the volume slider is like where the volume just kind of goes down randomly. It seems like a lot of people are having that problem on the cabinet. It happens at, like every now and then.
and it looks like it's consistent across everybody's. So it's just something with these cabinets. Another thing is that people are getting some game freezes. I have, like I said, I haven't noticed anything in the emulation where the game's frozen or anything like that. But apparently, there's been a couple of people who have had a freeze. Like I learned, shout the She Lion Gaming again. But she said she had one freeze when she had her scan lines on. I don't think the scan lines really have anything to do with it. I'm guessing she just happened to get that freeze when the scan lines were on, because I had been playing the scan lines on and I haven't had any freezes or anything. But it's something to look out for. I'm not saying she's wrong, because it is completely true, but it really shouldn't do anything like freeze the game, for that matter of fact. But yeah, no, so that's definitely something to consider. I think there's also been some like audio issues. Like I know there's like stuttering in Marvel too, like on the character select screen, but I pretty much thought that was normal, not because maybe that's what I thought that's what the arcade was like, but I'm pretty sure fucking what's it called? Dream, like the Fightcade 2 has the same problem. So like I was just kind of used to it, and I think they're using the same Naomi emulator. So like yeah, it's very similar to Fightcade, like I said, so I was already used to that, and yeah. But it's not a big game changer. It just sounds like a little bit poppy sometimes, and like it is, yeah, there's just like noticeable like kind of audio glitches, I guess, when you're in the character select screen. Nothing excuse me, game changing or anything like that, but definitely something to look into. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I was thinking anymore. So that was the Marvel 2 gameplay. Now it's going to be going on to, I'm going to go to Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and then I'm going to have I have scan lines off for both of these. So I had scan lines off for Marvel 2. I'm going to have scan lines off for Marvel 1. But yeah, real quick, I also just wanted to clarify, the joysticks on the arcade 1-up for Marvel 2 are really good. Stock. It's really preference. They're a little bit tighter than Sanwa's, but they feel nice. I like them a lot, so I probably won't upgrade yet. I might in the future, depending on how, like, if I kind of like stop liking them as much. I don't know, because when I upgraded my first Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet, it helped so much. It felt so much nicer. I'm definitely gonna put Sanwa buttons in it though. I never got to doing that with my first arcade 1-up, but I'm gonna do it on this guy because they're just so much nicer. But yeah, so basically there's quite a bit of issues with this cabinet at the moment. Nothing like game breaking, but like there's some stuff they definitely need to fix, because like the game freezing is just not acceptable, period. So I'm like, yeah, they have some stuff to figure out there. Like that could be a patch though, that like maybe optimize it a little bit more for the hardware they have in it. The volume slider, I think that's just a hardware issue. I don't know if it's exclusive to Marvel 2 or not. Because if not, that would also be another software thing they need to figure out. But like I said, early stages of the cabinet, I'm not really too worried. That I think all of this is going to get fixed. Arcade 1-Up has a good track record with things like that. Actually, well, I don't know. It's 50-50. They have good track records with like actually implementing things. Like, for example, the reason we have deck protectors is because people were complaining about it so much because like their hand oils were rubbing off like the artwork. So then they sent out free deck protectors to everyone. But with NBA Jam, I believe there was some sort of multiplayer issues that they said they were going to fix, and then just never got fixed. But then again, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is such an important, and like, I think this is probably the most sought after arcade cabinet that Arcade 1 has ever made. So I think they do have to bust their ass off to make this thing perfect, because this is probably the cabinet that's going to sell the most that they make. And that's just what I think, but yeah, it definitely has a big audience. So overall, I still really like the cab. I haven't noticed any game freezing or anything, and that's exclusive to Marvel 2. All the other ones run fine. It's a better chipset. and I didn't have any freezing or anything on my old arcade 1-up, so there shouldn't be any reason these guys have freezing. Then again, I haven't played it that much, so I don't really know that, but they got the emulation figured out the first time around, and since this is like better parts in it, it should not do that, like, period. So I think it's gonna be fine there. Yeah, I just say the biggest problems right now are the game freezing, desyncing, and the like audio slider, because like those guys, I don't know, audio slider is just kind of annoying because it'll just happen randomly. It happened to me another time after, like right after this video, when I was playing through the arcade of Marvel 2. But yeah, it actually didn't happen to me on the other game, so it might just be Marvel 2 now that I think about it. Weird. But yeah, so I just want to come in and say a couple of things like that because it's important. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the review. And yeah, like I said, I'm loving this cabinet. And big shout out to Kong's R Us and Chi-Line Gaming, because they're figuring out a lot of these problems and being very vocal about it and letting the community know. And then if the community stays pissed off about it, then Arcade 1-Up's gonna have to do something. So honestly, we do have to be kind of stubborn with this kind of thing. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. There was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Fun game as well. Marvel Superheroes. This guy's got skin legs on as well. Yep. There's one round on Cap. This is a one-on-one game, so it's not a tag team like the others. Fucking elbow. I cannot get a combo on it right now. I keep missing up my 11 hit. So that was Marvel Superheroes. Now for a game I'm really unfamiliar with, X-Men Children of the Atom. I have not played this game at all until I got this cabinet, and I haven't even played against the CPU yet. I played a couple rounds against a friend. But we'll see how I fare. So this is my first game against the CPU in this, so we'll see if I get my butt kicked or whatnot. Okay, we got one round on her.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
Oh yeah, I did win against the CPU. So yeah, there was X-Men Children of the Atom. And then the other two, there was Mutant Apocalypse and War of the Gems. Yeah, there's SNES games.
I never played War of the Gems when I first on my Marvel's Capcom cab, honestly, and I will never really play these ever. They're just kind of straightforward, normal SNES games. Yeah, they're just kind of thrown on here as well, just for an addition, extra stuff. But yeah, I guess they could be fun for like kids. There's like side-scroll platformers. Yeah, very different. So B is jump, and then you have a one attack button. Yeah, just some very simple gameplay. Yeah, not too much there. Again, the same thing with the War of the Gems. Yeah, this game, super normal. Base side scroller, any Super Nintendo game. Guess we're picking Captain America. So this one, A is jump and B is attack, so it's swapped, which is interesting. Yeah, the game's not too exciting. You know, these games are kind of lame in my opinion, so they're just kind of honored to be on here. I forget they're on here a lot of the time, but yeah, very simple side scrollers. I'll probably never play them again after this. Because I tried to give this game a solid chance when I had my other one. I gave it like 10 minutes and I was like, nah, this is just really boring. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, yeah, the game I'm probably going to play the most on this cab is Marvel 2. It's just got the most to it, but yeah, so can't really go wrong. Yeah, it's going to take you for a ride, so yeah.
Yeah, one quick thing here. I'm actually going to show some multiplayer. I didn't really clarify that, but right now I'm just pointing out that the Marvel 2 profile pictures are like the whiter ones, and the older ones are like they have the black backgrounds. Basically, that's how you can know who you can play without desync issues on what cabinet, which is really nice. Then yeah, I'm actually going to play the guy that's in slot 2 right here, so I'll cut to that in a minute.
Ready. Fight!
it's looking like the Marvel 2 cabinet doesn't have any desync with other Marvel 2 users. There's nothing to worry about there. Yeah, nothing to worry about here. I have no more assists. Oh, wait, no, that's not good. Switch you up. And yeah, so multiplayer works just fine. I was on Wi-Fi just there. I'll wire in. I'm not gonna play against him anymore. That was my first game, multiplayer on the cabinet. But yeah, so multiplayer works great. Can't complain. It's only the desync issues that can get bad. And actually, this is a Marvel 2 playing against a Marvel 1. So we're actually going to go ahead and spectate this, and I kind of want to show you. One character is going to start looking like they have no idea what they're doing.
Ready. Fight. First attack, stand here.
Yeah, actually, I can hold you and give you a better angle this time around. But yeah. So left is Marvel 2, right is Marvel 1. I believe we're spectating the Marvel 2 side of the cabinet. But yeah, they're going to start desyncing up at some point. It'll be extremely noticeable. Actually, it's not that noticeable yet. Like, it's possible this guy just blocked that. It's when they start throwing punches, like, not near each other, kind of like that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, like, he's just kind of jumping in the corner. They are desynced. So this guy probably went on his screen. This guy's probably still fighting. It's hard. I can show with a desync if at some point, if you guys really want to see it, I can set up both my cabinets so that this one's playing my Marvel 1 cabinet, and I can show you kind of what I'm talking about. But yeah, see how he's like not even... Oh wait, well that's free play, never mind. That's the CPU. Level 1 CPU sucks. But yeah, with the desync, one player, actually, Kongs of Russ has a great video about it. He was playing on his Marvel 1 cab against She Lion Gaming. I believe that's her name. I might be getting it wrong. But she was on the Marvel 2, and they just were having completely different outcomes. Marvel 1 is the only game where that was a problem. Yet Marvel, all the other games are fine, yet they're not as played as Marvel 1 is. So I'm hoping they get a patch out for that soon, really soon, because that would be great. Because I would actually play online. Because right now I don't want to play online unless it's against some Marvel 2. Because I don't want to start farming wins when they don't feel very deserved. But yeah. Thank you for watching my review for Marvel's Capcom 2 by Arcade 1UP. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this cabinet, and I look forward to the multiplayer and all the stuff that will happen for me with it in the future. I'm really hoping they get that Marvel's Capcom 1 desync issue patched, and they like either give this guy the right version of the game or they figure out a way around it. Because I really want to play people on the old cabinet, because that's just going to give us a lot more variety. Yeah, I can't wait for Marvel 2's multiplayer too. That's going to be fun. I'm gonna be playing that probably the most. But yeah, so thank you for watching. And yeah. Let me know if you want any like comparisons to the old one and this new one, the Marvel 1 cab and the Marvel 2 cab, or just straight up any more information, and I'll be glad to put it out. But yeah, I figured I'd make a video since I'm one of the first people to get it, I guess, since of the pre-orders. So yeah, Contrast out.